Did you know that Guy of Lusignan is considered one of the worst kings in history? Well, in this video, we're gonna find out why. Guy of Lusignan, c. 1150 to 18 July 1194, was a French knight from the House of Lusignan who became king of Jerusalem in 1186 and later Lord of Cyprus in 1192. Guy is best remembered for his controversial reign during the final years of the Crusader Kingdom of Jerusalem, and for his role in the catastrophic defeat at the Battle of Hattin, which led to the fall of Jerusalem to Saladin. At the start of Guy's reign, the Kingdom of Jerusalem was in decline. In fact, it was on the verge of collapse. Guy attempted to stop the decline by marrying the daughter of the King of France in hopes that he could get military support from France. But when his wife arrived in Jerusalem, she brought with her a horrible disease that nearly wiped out the entire kingdom. The plague killed the royal family and nobility, leaving Guy as the only member of the royal family alive. Now, with no other nobles to rule, Guy took control of the kingdom. Unfortunately, he proved to be a terrible ruler. He raised taxes, which caused the people to hate him, and he also started a war with the Muslim leader Saladin, who was trying to take Jerusalem. The war between Guy and Saladin would go on for years, with neither side able to defeat the other. However, in 1187, Saladin finally defeated Guy at the Battle of Hattin. The battle was a disaster for the Christians. Not only were they defeated, but their king was captured by Saladin. To make matters worse, the defeat at Hattin led to the fall of Jerusalem as Saladin seized the city and expelled the remaining Christian population. After this humiliating defeat, Guy fled to the port city of Acre, where he continued to resist Saladin. In 1191, a European army led by Richard the Lionheart came to the aid of the struggling kingdom. Richard and Guy fought side by side against Saladin, but the two couldn't come to an agreement on how to rule Jerusalem. So after the war, Richard returned to Europe and Guy was left to fend for himself once again. In 1192, Guy was forced to sign a treaty with Saladin that gave Muslims control of most of the kingdom. As part of the treaty, Saladin allowed Guy to keep his title as king and to retain control of the coastal city of Jaffa and some surrounding territories. Guy ruled over these areas as the Lord of Cyprus. He spent his remaining days trying to raise an army to take back Jerusalem, but he died in 1194 before he could do anything. And that, my friends, is the not-so-glorious tale of Guy of Lusignan, the king who quite literally had the worst of both worlds.